Hello and welcome to Task 73. Our question today is, how do we create a parametric hexagonal cam? So to review, we have been looking at several different styles of cams. We already created a circular cam and an elliptical cam. Today we're going to create this hexagonal cam. I'm going to call it a hex cam for short. And as you can see, again, the dimensions are defined according to the diameter. We have this letter D here that represents the diameter of, imagine you had a circle inscribed inside of this hexagon. The diameter of the circle is what this D is referring to, and the distance from the center of the cam to the line segment, the edge of one side of the hexagon, is this height, diameter divided by 2. So that is what we're going to use to define the relationship of where the axle hole should be and how big the cam is. So just to look at where we're headed, we want our final product to look like this. We're going to have a hexagonal shaped cam. You're going to submit it with your name inscribed. You're going to submit it with the dimensions showing on sketch 1 and hidden edges visible from the view cube menu. So your assignment is to create a hexagonal cam with some configuration variables. We're going to look at that together. We are going to add some variables for our features, and we're going to kind of look at how this all comes together, much like we did when we created the parametric pair cam. So let's get started. I'm in my classwork folder and I'm going to create a new document. I'll call it Task73 Hex Cam for short, with my name. Great. So we are going to start with a sketch on the front plane, as we often do. And we're going to start by creating an inscribed polygon. So starting from the origin, we're going to stretch out here. I'm going to try to line up with the x-axis there. We have created a polygon with a circle inscribed inside the polygon. It has 6 sides. If I move my mouse, the number of sides changes. I actually want it to be 6, so I'm going to just click down right here, because a hexagon has 6 sides, doesn't it? We are prompted to enter a diameter. We could enter 2.5 for now, but we're actually going to end up using a we're going to end up using a variable for that diameter, as you may have guessed. Now, let's also make a center point circle, again centered on the origin. And the diameter of this circle will be 0.25. Although once again, we do plan to use a variable to define it. So we are going to next accept our sketch and start creating our variables. So if you don't see your variable tool, let's see, I'm going to type in the word variable, and there it is. Looks like it was in here. Oh, yep, it's way down at the bottom. So I like to search for it because it's often buried, or you could also find it in your menu that seems to start with the plane tool. So once you have your variable tool open, we're going to name our first variable height, and the value is going to be 1.25 inches. We also want a variable called axle hole, and the value should be 0.25 inches. And let's have one more variable called thickness, which we will use when we are extruding, as you may have guessed. So those are the variables that we need for this particular cam, the hex cam. Let's make sure that all of our variables are located above sketch 1, because if we don't have them located above sketch 1 doesn't really know about them, and we won't be able to use them in sketch 1. So now that we have our variables all set, I'm going to double click to continue editing sketch 1, and instead of defining our diameters here with Newton numbers, we're going to define them with variables. So let me change this to height, and let me change this one to, you know what, I think this was supposed to be height times 2, because that'll be the diameter, right? And we get 0.25, and then this should be the axle hole. Okay, so now we have the diameter of the inscribed circle defined according to the height, and we have the diameter of the axle hole defined according to this variable axle hole. So that's going to be very helpful, because we're going to continue configuring some parameters that will refer to our variables. So let's go ahead and accept our sketch, and we'll start working on that. On the right side of the window, we can find the configuration panel. Let's open that up. And from this menu, under configurations, we're going to choose configuration variable. We're going to add 3 configuration variables. The first is nominal dia for diameter, and the default value is going to be 2.5 inches. Great, now that we have our first configuration variable defined, the pull-down menu is actually at the bottom of the screen. So let's use this pull-down menu to add another configuration variable. It's going to be the axle diameter, axle DIA. And we'll call it 0.25 inches by default. And finally, one more configuration variable, that will be THK, which stands for thickness, of course. And that will be, again, 1/4 inch or 0.25 inches. So you should have these 3 configuration variables defined: nominal diameter, axle diameter, and thickness. Once that's all set, come down to your pull down menu again, and we're going to make the configuration variable list. So in our list, we want to add some configuration features. We're going to select some features that will be defined here. So let's first select height. And when we click on the height value, it appears in our list. Great. Let's select another one. We're going to select the axle hole and click on its value. That will be the default for the axle hole. And finally, let's click on thickness and make the default value 0.25. So now that we have brought all of our variables into the configuration list, we can say that we are done here with adding features. And we're going to add a new list input. We're going to call this one, I'm going to call it Hex Cam 01. So Hex Cam 01 is going to be defined according to these configuration variables rather than through these direct values. So first of all, the height is going to be diameter divided by 2, which is basically what we see over here, right? The diameter divided by 2 is, and also here, nominal diameter divided by 2 is how we define our height. So let's get nominal diameter, and we'll set it to that value divided by 2. The axle hole, our instructions say our axle hole should be defined as axle DIA minus 0.025. So let's give that a try. Axle DIA minus 0.025. And make sure you include your units there, IN for inches. And then finally we have the thickness. We're going to define that as THK. Wait, there it is, THK. Yeah, I don't think that's even mentioned in our assignment, but that's how we're going to do it. Okay, so we have defined our variables. We have defined a new list, and this hex cam now has been configured to have a height that is the nominal diameter divided by 2, the axle hole, which is the axle diameter minus 0.025, and a thickness of 0.25. So let's go ahead and I think we have not done an extrusion yet. Let's go ahead and do an extrude. Of the face of our hex cam. The depth should be thickness, right? And that looks good. Now that we have set up our cam and all of our configurations, we should be able to choose between our different list items here. So if I change to hex cam, I think the main difference that we're going to see is a change in the axle diameter. That was the main difference, or probably the only difference between the default and the hex cam. I see it changing just a little bit, which is pretty much how it should. There's a very small change there. So it looks like our configuration worked out pretty well. Hopefully your hex cam looks a little bit like this. Make sure you etch your name into it. And when you're taking your screenshot, make sure that you show dimensions on sketch 1. And I guess zoom out a little bit so we can see the dimensions. And also make sure that you are showing hidden edges visible. Finally, when you take your screenshot, could you make sure to include your variables and your whole configuration table so we can see all of the great work that you've been doing. All right, good luck with the project.